the firm out in force. Kate and the Queen bring out their princes for a star-studded Festival of Remembrance at the Albert Hall. The Queen and other members of the royal family turned out in force at the Royal Albert Hall for the annual Festival of Remembrance. This year marks the centenaries of the Battle of the Somme and the Battle of Jutland, the 25th anniversary of the Gulf War and the 80th anniversary of the first flight of the Supermarine Spitfire. Other royals attending the service on Saturday included the Duke of Edinburgh, the Prince of Wales and the Duchess of Cornwall and the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge. Along with Prime Minister Theresa May and Labour leader Jeremy Corbyn, they were received by Jon Moynihan, President of the Royal Albert Hall, and Vice-Admiral Peter Wilkinson, President of the Royal British Legion. Performers at the event include singers Alfie Boe, Michael Ball, and Alexander Armstrong, who will be supported by the Royal Air Force Squadronaires, and the Band of Royal Marines. After a musical introduction, young Bethany, daughter of submariner Ian Molyneux, who was shot and killed in 2011 by able seaman Ryan Donovan while HMS Astute was docked in Southampton, and her reasons for wearing a poppy. A special presentation regarding to Somme was also shown, focusing on real memoirs from some of the 1 million soldiers on both sides to die during one of the bloodiest battles in human history. The story of Horace Iles, who went over the top of the first day of the battle on July 1, 1916, and a letter sent to him by his sister Flora ahead of the fighting was read out. Another soldier, Lieutenant Edgar Lord, of the Lancashire, was also brought into focus for his diary, which told of how he went back after the battle had finished 4.5 months later to try to find a friend who had gone missing on that same first day. There were other moving features from families and comrades of soldiers who have fallen in all wars in recent years. WG Commander Charlotte Thompson Edgar was also praised, a year after she received a prestigious Flying Cross for the 600 lives she saved in Afghanistan and set up a training program by herself, furthering the medical treatments soldiers receive. The tradition of poppies falling from the ceiling during a period of silence was conducted before a group of school children shared their experiences from a project they had undertaken, and a final couple of songs and poems concluded proceedings. Tomorrow, the Queen and the rest of the royals will head to the Centenary for Remembrance Sunday. Tonight's ceremony brought together most members of the royal, although inter-family relations have not exactly been perfect recently. The Queen, disheartened by the marriage breakdowns of 3 of her children, has stayed especially close to her grandchildren. Indeed, so fond is the Queen of Beatrice and Eugenie that she has now sided with them and their father Prince Andrew in their growing family rift with Prince Charles. While she must publicly be seen to support Charles as he plans for the future, she believes that his hopes of sidelining Beatrice and Eugenie could prove impractical. For the sake of the monarchy, they should be allowed to carry out more royal duties. Prince Charles is determined that there should be a slimmed-down monarchy, with full royal status and financial support limited to leading members of the family. And as the Queen hands over responsibility to her eldest son, his reforming spirit is increasingly influential, to the dismay of his younger brother, the Duke of York, who is understandably concerned that his daughters will be phased out of royal life when Charles becomes king.